Yep. Ooh wee. That smell like straight dank in here.
What's the deal, man?
Dude, what's good with it? I might as well let Dr. know what's going on with me.
What's going on?
Did it again, son.
That was just a little smooth shit right there. Okay, shit. This is a Bredisode 6, We had to start off on a different note. Sometimes, it's Laugh Now, Cry Later by Drake, but now it's Win or Lose by an upcoming rapper from Compton. I'm not even going to, hype him up like that. I'm going to have him hype him up himself. Who are you?
I'm Jian J from Compton, California, the east side to be exact, rapper, artist, poet, executive producer for films, all that good stuff.
Are you executive producer?
All that.
I didn't know bro was an executive producer.
Yes,
Sheesh.
Yes.
Sheesh. Do you call yourself a rapper or do you call yourself a musician? Do you call yourself an artist? What is it?
I call myself a musician for the most part.
Okay, cool. That's real. So you say you're from Compton. Shoot, what was it like? What was the experience?
Growing up in Compton, I can't even lie. It was fun, man. It was fun. Adventurous at times due to not being knowledgeable of what was going on around us, but knowing we could play around with it at the time, as kids, and everything like that with just violence and everything like that. It was a playful thing at one point, So growing up, it was good. It was good. I can't complain,
It's real crazy because people have this negative perception on Compton. You feel me?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers always the Compton. I don't even want to come to Compton. But if you're really from the area, or familiar with the area, you could really maneuver. It's not really bad at all.
Right.
It's just a really small city, so a lot of shit gets active.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree with that.
Nuts, bro. But what age did you really start aspire to make music? You feel me?
I aspired to make music around I'm gonna say 12, 13. I was kind of when I was writing music. I was writing a lot of music R&B music, rock songs, because I was in the Green Day and shit like that at a young age. So I'll say 12, 13, I started really trying to get into it, at least figuring it out. I wasn't recording or nothing, but as far as writing and I like this, that's the age for sure.
Were you the nigga at lunch this the rapper right here? Hey, he got a couple bars on him. You feel me? Hey, spit a couple shit, freestyle lunch. What was that like?
Yeah, middle school for sure. Middle school, I was one of those dudes that my boy Steve Lacy. He's a real successful artist right now, you know what I'm saying? But we back in the day, in middle school, he used to make beats with the pens, what's it called? I don't want to say gel pens, little gel pens. He used to use those, make little drum beats and shit. And I'll rap and all that. In middle school, it was jerking. Jerking was the thing. Yeah. So it was we just rapped about jerking and dancing and pulling the hottest girls and with our jerk moves and all that stuff like that. So yeah, I was one of those dudes that rap a lot and all that stuff like that, at least in middle school,
So shit, being from Compton, LA area, that's LA based. What was some music that influenced you to, because you said Green Day and stuff, but when you started figuring out your sound, what was the influence from that area?
My main from Compton, LA, my main influence was Kendrick Lamar. No doubt. My sister boyfriend Bryce, he put me on to Kendrick Lamar in probably 2010. Came out with Overly Dedicated. So ever since I heard that project, I was just dang, I'm hella inspired. Somebody that came from my area that's kind of dealing with the same thing as far as being tangled within, not being a gangbanger, but being impeccable to being a part of the street life. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
like that was the balance that he showed me within it. I was like, oh dang, like people respecting him and people like fuck with him. So it's like that kind of inspired me like to keep going, like to at least, all right, I'm gonna start recording.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start speaking my truth, like, you know, trying to motivate people, you know.
So would you see him like more as like a bridge builder? Like shit, like I don't gotta be a nigga from Compton to rap about the stereotypical shit.
Yeah, yeah,
it was
for
more-
sure, for sure. Like he said in the bar, like talking about like rapping about God, pussy, and money all in the same sentence type shit. You know, like it's like when you hear shit like that, it's like you can still rap about this whether you gang bang, whether you sell drugs. It's all about your actual life experience. You feel me?
Sheesh, bro. And I think you had a line in one of your songs that, I kind of forgot, but you said like in high school you was bumping like swimming pools, you feel me? So I was like, okay, definitely had that influence, you feel me? Yeah,
sure.
I tapped in a little bit of Handouts, shouts out as, recent project, you feel me?
Respect.
So who is more like your role model? It doesn't got to be in music, but like who is your, role model, growing up in Compton,
Like as far as like in the city or just like in general, like
it could be anything. You could say multiple people. You feel me? Musically, in Compton. You went to college.
Yeah. I don't know. My dad. That's who I could really say. Like to be honest, not really nobody famous or anything like that. My dad. I feel like he was my role model for the most part because he literally did everything in the book, when it come to like street shit and all that, like from a whole different coast. Like he was born on the East Coast, so it's like he did all that shit. But as I was growing up, he never showed me none of that. Like I never seen it. Like never seen no drugs, no guns, like gang banging, all that. Like I wasn't exposed to it. So like for somebody to come from like such a lifestyle and to raise kids in an area such as Compton and not expose them to that lifestyle, it's like, damn, like, you really know how to work the system. Like, you really know how to strategize and make sure we know what we know, but we don't have to do this or we don't have to do this to prosper,
So you say you're from the East Coast. Where are you from, the East Coast?
You from D.C.
Okay, so, that area,
Yeah.
the DMV or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like he was raising you sort of like in a DMV lifestyle in some sense in LA, or because you start noticing?
Yeah.
My dad from Oregon, you feel me? So
Okay.
I caught some things that he was like teaching me some country shit. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
some white trash shit. You feel me? I'm
Yeah.
like, that ain't LA, you feel me? Like none of my homies in like middle school were doing this. Like you teach me some weird shit, patch up my pants and shit. You feel me? Like, was there anything that he was teaching you?
If anything, it was like slang, probably like the go or something like that. Like he'd be like, or kicking the bobo type thing. Like that mean like you chilling type shit. Like so. Every time I'd be like, what you on? Like he'd be like, I'm kicking the bobo, or or like if he go to a party, he'd be like, oh, I'm about to go to the go-go type shit. Because, like, in D.C., like, DMV area, it's like when they go out to clubs and everything's called the go-go. So that's what he called everything out here. Like, if he was going to a party or something, he'd be like, oh, I'm going to the go-go or something like that,
Sheesh. Okay. Damn. I never heard that in my life.
Yeah. I ain't never heard it either until, like, he was saying it, but I didn't really know what it meant when he was saying it. But when I went, like, to the East Coast, visit family and everything like that, like, cousins, like, that was around my age and stuff like that, they used to be like, y'all trying to go to the go-go? Or, like, y'all trying to kick the bobo with the homies? Like, shit like that. So it was like...
So you been to the East Coast?
Yeah, for sure. Like, a lot. Like, surprisingly, like, I've been to the East Coast a few times, like New York, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. Like, I got family all over there because my mom, she from the East Coast as well. So,
okay. So, being a rapper from, Compton, L.A., Like, were you influenced by anybody from the East Coast? Like,
Hell yeah.
hey, honestly, with the track we just started off with, Win or Lose, that was super. I'm not even saying East Coast, but it was definitely some Tribe Called Quest, Premiere type. Yeah, I was catching it, bro. I was like, oh, okay, like this is some dope ass shit. So, what were some rappers that you know influenced you from the East?
Yeah, like Joey Badass, like that was like my number one cat, cause like we like the same age damn near. So like when I seen him come out, like I was probably like 17, 16, and I was just like, damn, like this dude's like 18, like 1 year older than me, like. And he's talking about the real, like he's spitting, like dog was saying some shit like I ain't even know about, and we the same age type shit. So it's like I was tapped in with like Joey Badass, like the whole pro era camp, Flatbush Zombies, Wu Tang, you know all them good folks like type shit. 50, you know I was a big 50 fan when I was young, so like. That was a heavy influence and everything like that. So those my East Coast folks. You did,
yeah, definitely 50 Cent, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I don't know why, but like any dad that come from like the hood and something, like you know, come from that struggle, they just love 50, bro. For some reason, my dad used to really look at me and be like, 50 Cent really spitting that real. I'm like, bro. What you know about this?
What you know about that?
You over here like, bro, I love like Get Rich. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Get Rich Die Trying is like my movie.
Come on. Classic film. Classic film.
That was my movie. I never watched 8 Mile ever. Like,
yeah, I watched 8 Mile, but I ain't never like. It ain't something like, oh, I'm gonna keep watching over and over again. Like 50 Cent, like his movie, it was like I want to keep watching it because I guess it's like it was real, you know. It was not saying 8 Mile wasn't real. 8 Mile was very real, but I'm saying like 50 Cent's like, dang, you see him from childhood to like where he is now. It's like, dang, it's crazy. Like,
bro, I used to really be on like VH1. I go on VH1. And I'll see 8 Mile. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to BET or something. I'd rather watch some Tyler Perry shit. Fuck it. And then I fucking see Get Rich. I'm like, ooh, yeah, bro. I see Get Rich and be like, damn, bro, like this is my fucking shit, bro. Like, I gotta watch this shit. So yeah, 50 was definitely someone that really held it down in the early mid 2000s.
Sure.
He fell. And I'm not gonna say he fell off, but it was just like after that shit with Kanye.
It was just shaky.
It was definitely shaky. When Kanye just beat him in all them records, I said, bro, you probably remember that shit. Kanye, they would have the head off the magazines and shit on the 106 and Park.
It was crazy. 50 done had his fair share of beefs with a lot of people. So I fuck with him.
You are a college student.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask, what did you major in?
Business administration.
Business administration. Okay, cool. And you were also pursuing to be a rapper during this time, or let me say an artist. My apologies.
Appreciate
during this time. Like, what was that like? What was that experience of being a college student?
College is dope. Like, to be honest, like it just brought me like a lot of relationships, I guess you could say, with different people. Like when I first got there, before I even started class, like people was asking me like, "Oh, what you do?" And I was doing poetry at the time, and I got invited to like open mics and different things like that. So like early on in college, I was getting put on to a lot of different venues that I could perform at and stuff like that before I even started like really performing rap like that. So it was, I don't know, being in college and being a rapper, it works hand in hand because it gives you the opportunity to find a network, and it's easy to find a network in college because you're literally in class all day. If you're not in class, you go like to an organization, hop in, you rap, can you perform at this? Like, depending on what you do, you know what I'm saying? So it was hella dope. And a lot of people, once they found out I did rap, they like people was like, "Oh, we got this show coming, we got this coming, like we need you to perform at this, we want you to do this." Like, so I always enjoyed it. And just being a business administration major, I had to like put my dreams to a side for a minute, like as far as being an artist, like that was the struggle. Just trying to figure out how to manage wanting to put 100% in my dreams and then wanting to put 100% in school as well, because school takes a lot of time. So that was the hard thing of managing. But then once I like started putting more in my head, like, all right, business administration, why am I doing it? I'm doing it because I want to make sure my business is right with my music. When I sign to a label or when I sign a partnership, I want to make sure I know that knowledge for myself. So once I put that in play, like shit came easier as far as being in college and being a rapper as well.
Okay. Do you feel like, let's say you didn't go to college and you didn't learn anything from that business admin aspect, do you feel like you would still be where you're at right now, or do you feel like being that business admin major, really helped you guide yourself on like what your direction is in your career?
I feel like with the business admin, I feel like it helped me. I'm not gonna say it helped me learn a lot of things, but it helped me make a lot of things concrete that I was trying to learn.
Okay.
So like, if I was like say, for instance, we started our clothing brand maybe a few years ago, like 2-3 years ago. And I was like, giving out contracts to people. So I was learning how to do contracts, and I've been wanting to do contracts because I know that plays a big factor in this industry. So once I got to college and everything and took a actual class on contracts, it like just basically confirmed everything that I was already teaching myself. So with the business admin, it helps me confirm a lot of everything I'm already trying to seek or learn outside of college,
Sheesh. Right. College is really clutch. Like,
yeah, it's clutch as fuck, bro. Like, because it hits you like right then and there, like real time type shit. A lot of people go on YouTube and they say, like, people be like, oh, YouTube helps with everything, like teach you anything. But mind you got to sit through like 10 fucking videos that's 10 to 20 minutes each to learn like one thing. In college, it's like you got one teacher and they're going to tell you straight up, like, this what it is.
Yeah.
Like, and then after that, it's up to you to read the shit that they give you. Like, so it's like, that shit hella clutch, man. Like, and most of these people that's teaching, like, I don't know about all schools, but I know, like, at my school, most of the business people that, business professors that teach there, they're actually active in their field. Like, so if they're teaching music business, they're actually active in music business outside of like, they might be doing teaching for like part-time type shit.
Yeah, I heard the music aspect of Dominguez Hills is like very strong, because at Cal State Long Beach we don't have like a musical engineering program, but I know Dominguez Hills does.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's very strong. Like, I met a lot of people through that. Like, I don't even major in music or anything, but I talked to a lot of people that do, and they're very invested in that field. Like, the professors, everybody, very invested. They got a lot of high tech equipment and everything like that for people that do major in music. Like, they have a lot of that to utilize. Even Anderson .Paak, he went to Dominguez for a little bit, and he utilized that studio a lot for like his first few albums and everything. So,
I never knew that. Wow.
Yeah, bro. My one of my bros, his name is Morel Dave. He's a bass player, and he was telling me like, yeah, Anderson .Paak, he used to record up here all the time. Like that's crazy. Like, show me some old pictures and everything. I was like, damn, that's dope.
Motherfucker was probably recording that Malibu album up in that bitch. What?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, shit crazy.
Sheesh, man. That people going probably saying that about you. Like, you probably not like recording up in the Dominguez Hills, but like,
yeah, but
damn,
I went there.
Yeah, motherfuckers at a poetry night. Like,
yeah,
what the fuck? That's really crazy.
For sure.
Any pros and cons being a college student and also pursuing a musical career?
Just time management. Just figuring out the time and everything like that. And most times in our heads, music is gonna come first, like before school, because like music is a dream. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just the pro is being able to network and to be able to venture out to, because a lot of people that go to college are into different things like marketing and film and doing different things that might pertain to what you're trying to build, you know? So it gives you a lot of opportunity to build your team, you know, because a lot of people that I met in college are actually on my team now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You said your manager was, you know, you met him.
Yeah,
How was
manager.
that, you know?
Yeah, so me and my manager, we actually like tried like the test run before, like while I was in college type shit, like while I was at Dominguez. It didn't work out like at all. Like we was young, and I had about like 4 other people I was rapping with at the time, like that I was trying to tell him like, hey man, like this who I rap with, like you gotta manage all of us type shit, like, like. You know, but at the time I was like, shit, if you want to manage me, this is what comes with it type shit. That's what I was on. So I didn't realize how much I was putting on him. You dig?
Yeah,
But,
nah, he a cool dude. For real, for real.
yeah, but yeah, he was we tried that. It didn't really work. I was just like, you know, like if I'm gonna keep doing the same things that I always do, it's like there's no need for a manager, you know? And then later on, like which was like around 2020, late 2020, I seen him doing his own thing, you know, like making moves for himself. And that's what I'm really about. Like, if a person's made moves for themselves, it's like, all right, now we can make moves together, you know? So he was making moves for himself, and I was like, hey, man, like, we still homies at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's like that never went nowhere. So when we came back to being artist manager, it was like, hey man, let's do this. Like, let's team up. We both making moves. We could both contribute to the movement. Let's do it. Like, and it just worked out.
Did anything change from that, you know, when y'all first had that, you know, mindset of like, okay, we're together, we have all these set of ideas and goals, like, was that the same thing, or did a lot of things change when y'all like came back together?
Yeah, a lot of things changed, bro. Like, it was just a lot more maturity and knowing where we want to go as people, like as individuals, you know, before, oh, we just want to do this as a team. Like, nah, we know we want to do it individual. Like, he got his own brand, I got my own brand. We figuring out how to push, like, you know, 2 different things, you know. So it's like we that's what changed, like just our maturity level with this and our patience with what's yet to come type thing.
Man, that's real right there. So, you know, you had a project in 2019, The Healing Process. You know, just dropped a project last month, your Handouts. How has your sound changed from then? And how has your perception on music changed from then?
Yeah, all right. So 2019, when I made The Healing Process, it was more like a let me try this out type thing. Let me. I felt like I had something to prove. Like as an artist, like telling people like, all right, I know how to do this type of music. I know how to do this type of music. I could do it all type shit, but I'm still going to be myself. Like, I'm still going to rap my story and like how I want to rap it, you know? With now coming from that mindset to now 2021 with Handouts, surprisingly, I still felt like I had something to prove.
Yeah.
You know, because I was going through different things at the time, like different things with artists, engineers, videographers, all that stuff, like different transitions and stuff like that. And I just felt like, damn, I got something to prove again.
Yeah,
like, you know, but it was more to myself this time. The first time when I did it with The Healing Process, it was like, all right, this is what I got to prove to everybody else. This Handouts was more like, all right, I'm going to be vulnerable and do it for myself and, like, prove to myself, like, all right, this is you, man. Like, this is the artist that you wanted to be, like, back in 2017 type thing.
Sheesh.
You know?
Oh, that's real right there. Damn. Damn, bro. And 3 projects, the last, basically 2 years? 2019, 2020. I mean,
yeah.
3 years now, I guess.
Now, yeah.
So, like, when you made all them projects, do you feel like you were going through a different situation each time when you was, like, creating them albums?
Yeah, for sure. Like, the healing process, I was just, like, that was, like, when I was separating from, like, a lot of people, like, as far as, like, musically, like, not even separating from a lot of people, but separating the music and friendship, like, and figuring out, like, where everybody is. Like, I can't just be putting everybody in one thing. Like, all right, we friends, we could be friends, we could be business partners, we could be this. Like, nah, like, so that's what it was with the healing process. And, like, We Up One, that was more like, all right, I feel like I set paved the way for myself as an artist. Like, I did this last project, damn near every song by myself. I feel like people fucking with me. Like, so now I'm gonna get everybody in one room to respect what was going on, to respect the music. Like, so I brought like probably like 20, 25 artists together, like, all different type of genres, all different type of sounds, because I was inspired by J. Cole, his Dreamville album that he did recently. Not recently, but like last year. And they did their whole Dreamville studio session and everything like that. So I got inspired by that, and I did the same thing for my We Up One tape that I dropped after the healing process. And it was just like, it's a respect thing. I realized, like, that was me. We Up One was like me realizing, like, all right, it ain't about whether a nigga like me or whether a nigga dislike my music. It's like, just respect what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And respect the craft type shit. So me bringing everybody in there, it's like trying to show everybody, like, all right, y'all need to respect each other as well. Like, I had niggas in there that was beefing at the time. Like, I didn't even know.
Wow.
Like, on God, like, my homie from Carson and my homie from Inglewood, we recording, one nigga in there, like, hey, bro, I think I'm beefing with that nigga. Like, and I'm like, damn, like what? Like, y'all niggas beefing. Like, and next thing you know, my homie leave from like, and then the other homie like, hey, bro, like, I think I'm beefing with that nigga. Like, I'm like, damn, y'all niggas beefing. Like, but like, out of respect for me and respect for like what I do, it's like niggas didn't fight. Niggas wasn't, oh, I'm gonna catch you later, like, type shit. Niggas might side eye each other because they might have tried to peep each other out type shit. But other than that, it's like, that's what I was going for with the We Up One. Like, it's just respecting. Everybody respect each other, like, whether you from blood, crib, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then to Handouts, it's just like, shit, this all me type thing. Like, this for me. Like, it wasn't, I wrote every song for me. Like, it wasn't for nobody else. Like, it wasn't to please the next motherfucker here. You know what I'm saying? It was to really help me out and to help me grow into a better person.
I feel like that's what every artist, like, at first it's like the triumph of I got something to prove to everybody, and then it's like, okay, then you start fucking with other rappers, trying to figure out the sounds and shit, and then you just started to come to the realization, like, nigga, I'm the shit, bro. What? I am fucking good at what I do. Like, I'm just gonna do this shit on, like, not even on my own type shit, but like, I know what I'm good at, and I know how to, like, maneuver my sound to make it sound good. So it's like, okay, you see that artist, and you worked with him in your last project. Like, damn, I think I could, sing that way. You feel me? Let me try this out. You do it. You like, bro, it ain't that hard. You feel me? So that's really dope. And I noticed that with you, not even noticed that with your project, but I saw it in your project, Papers. That was all you, huh?
Actually, I had a feature on there, but it was on the second verse.
Okay, on the second verse.
So the hook and the first and the third verse, that was all me.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. The hook, a different sound, like, from everything. So I was like, he's really experimenting his sound. I was really rocking with that.
Yeah, I got to, cause like a lot of people like try to early on in your career, a lot of people will try to box you into like a certain sound. Like a lot of people boxing me in right now, like as a conscious rapper or as a backpack rapper. Anything of that nature, like heavy New York type of vibe, they try to box me into that. So it's like with songs like Papers, songs like Handouts, you know, like it gave me that chance to like, you know, go outside my comfort zone and try it out. And surprisingly, like you said, a lot of people was fucking with that record, Papers. So it's like, you know, just stepping out my comfort zone, feeling comfortable, you dig? Like that's just how it be, you know.
Yeah, bro. Like every song, it's weird because now you say, "Oh, they call me a backpack rapper and shit." I'm like, when I listened to Handouts, it wasn't like that. You know, first track I told you it was, I got that New York type of vibe, but I think the next song was Handouts, and I was like, okay, this is a cool little vibe right here. Then Overheard, I was like, these are all different sounds. You feel me? Like this is not like no backpack rapper type of shit. I say more like I'm trying to think of something. You know, what's the knife that, you know, just has all them things like.
Switchblade,
switchblade, or like a switch knife, whatever, or a toolbox. Like you just full of all, you know, these different sounds and different things that you could really, you know how to really use your sound. Yeah,
that's what we was trying to go for the album. Like we wanted each song to be like different, basically. Like we didn't want anything sounding exactly the same. But when we went through the process, it was like we didn't really go for this song sound like this song. Like, nah, it was just like we did each song individually and it just happened to, you know, click type shit.
Wow.
You know?
So like creating that album, it wasn't like, okay, here's my sound, like here's what I want, here's my message. Like I'm just gonna create it off that.
Yeah, everything was like spontaneously. Not trying to cut you off, my fault.
Yeah, no worries.
But everything was spontaneous, man. Like out here beat, like they might not even been playing it for me. They just might just been playing beats, and I was like, oh, I like that. Like, I need that for the album. Like, I need this for the album. I need that. Like, it was never like, oh, I got these group of beats, and I recorded like 30 songs. Now I'm gonna pick 7. Like, nah, it was like each song got literally like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, it just flowed type shit.
Wow. So getting into the message of the album, do you feel like you knew the message of the album after, before, during? Like, you know, you made your like 4th song, you were like, whoa, this is like the direction that my album is headed to, or, you know, my project is headed to. What did you feel like you found, like, okay, this is the message I'm trying to convey?
I knew it before I started recording.
Wow.
I knew what the message was, because like I said, like I was going through a lot of bullshit. At least like in my eyes, it was bullshit. You know, I was going through a lot of bullshit, a lot of transitioning with my team and with different people that I work with. You know, so and I just felt at the time like I was feeling like people felt that they was giving me handouts, giving me opportunity for free, and I didn't feel like that. I felt like my work paid a lot of people. You feel me? Paved a lot of ways for like certain people that I fucked with. You know, so when people like, you know, start switching up on me and everything like that, I was just like, I didn't understand. Like, do y'all niggas feel like y'all giving me a handout, like type shit? So that's what I was kind of going on with the album. Like, is it genuine? If shit genuine, it's like shit can't be no handout.
Yeah, nah, I feel it. So motherfucker was giving out subliminals with the album title. You feel me? Okay. Motherfuckers over here like, nigga, you think there's some handouts over here? Shit, nah, this is me, motherfucker. What's up?
On me.
Damn, bro. That's really crazy. You know, motherfuckers really have that like mindset of just, I don't know, being weird. Like, I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but you know, they just want to, you know, take you down for what, you know, saying like, oh, I'm just handing shit out to motherfuckers. Like, nah, nigga.
Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers think they, I don't know. With my situation personally, like, people get, I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything like that, but when people see me like do certain work or, you know, just be around the process, people get inspired.
Yeah.
Like, no cap. People get inspired and they like just say anything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll shoot these photos for you for free. Like, I'll do videos for you for free. I'll mix and master this. Oh, I got people to hop on songs like for the free. Like, all the, like, I don't ask for this stuff. It's like my work tells you like, oh, I should get with this dude. Or I should work with you. And it's like, and then once I start putting in work and people start notarizing, like giving notoriety to the work that I'm putting out, you know, then people feel like they deserve something more. And it's like, what makes you feel like you're entitled to this just because this happened? You know, that's where a lot of the Handouts album came from. Just putting people on notice, like, bruh, like, you don't deserve anything, you know, like, type thing. Like, we all working on this together, type shit. So that's where it all came from.
That's dope. That's dope. On let's stay on Handouts. What was your favorite tracks on the project?
Shit. Well, Overhead for sure.
Yeah.
Overhead was like the number one song because I knew that when I recorded it. I'm sorry.
Motherfuckers over here taking pictures and trying to be famous, niggas.
I hate the bros. These niggas are ignorant. But yeah, Overhead was one of my favorite tracks, and Handouts was probably one of my favorite tracks as well, because Handouts was just like letting niggas know, like, I run this shit type thing, like, and it was for anybody else who was listening to it, like, let niggas know, like, when you wake up, make today your bitch, like, you know, let motherfuckers know, like, I own this shit.
Yeah,
type
facts.
thing you did.
Hey, for the song Overhead, I think I said Overheard in the beginning, but I meant to say Overhead.
Yeah,
but,
you said Overheard.
Yeah. Nigga said, motherfucker, you don't even know my songs like that, nigga, damn.
Hell no, you good.
But Overhead, nigga, you shouted out a lot of motherfuckers on that song. That's how I knew you liked that shit. Motherfuckers say, I just spit this shit. I just did a good ass song. Let me shout out moms, the homies, shit, grandma, you know, niggas I didn't shout out, shit. I shouted y'all out too.
Oh, me. Cause like, you know, I have a bad habit, like, of not shouting out people, bro. Like, my mom told me, like, when I was like in 8th grade, like, she put me on blast, like, in front of my class, like, you shout out everybody but me. And I was like, damn, like, I did. My bad, mama. Like, at my 8th grade graduation, like, you know, I shouted out teachers, all that shit. Like, I didn't even shout out my parents, you know? So, with this song, I was like, damn, all right, they got that vibe. I'm going to shout out everybody. And if I forget somebody, I'm going to just let motherfuckers know, like, don't charge my heart, charge my mind for it. Because, you know, I can't always think on the spot like that. You dig? Like, I can't think of everybody on the spot. But, so don't charge the way you feel. Like, don't charge my feelings because I forgot. Just, like, you know, I forgot, you know?
You didn't forget this time, nigga.
Yeah.
And you know, on the topic of your mom's, that was your mom on the first track, right?
Yeah.
So what was the, you know, there was 3 phone calls, right?
Yeah.
In that album. Who were those 3 people and what was the significance of all those phone calls?
So my mom was the first on the first person on the album that was recorded. My boy Anthony Gray, he's also an artist from Compton. He was on the second, and my boy LB, he's one of my artists that I got under me with the county and everything. He was on the third voicemail. So the first voicemail was basically setting the tone for like the album, letting niggas know like, hey, like, my mom's is gone. She out of town. Like, I'm with the homies. We got the whip.
Yeah.
We just out here, you know, living life type shit, doing our thing, busting missions, all that good shit. And then the second voicemail, which was on Overhead by my boy Anthony Gray, we was actually just having regular conversation, and he basically was like sending me some voicemails on Instagram. He sent me some voicemails on Instagram that I recorded, And I was like, damn, bro, like this some real shit. Let me put this on the back of the album. And then my third voicemail was my boy LB, and he basically was just giving me some words of inspiration type thing at the end of the album.
Nah, LB was that the whole voicemail. That shit was a whole track. You feel me? That was your 7 tracks
for sure.
So he was speaking that real. Do you feel like that one was the one that like you manifested the most? Like that was the one that you really had to reflect on? You feel me?
As far as the track itself,
or not even the track, that simple voicemail.
Oh
that he
yeah,
sent you.
yeah. It was a bigger reflection for sure. Like I said, like the shit that I was going through at the time, it was just like. It was like, damn, like, fuck all the niggas I'm with, fuck all the homies. Like, I'm out here. Like, I don't give a fuck if y'all niggas disagree with what I'm doing or not. Like,
Sheesh.
I'm out here type shit. So, my boy, he already knew, like, how I was feeling, like, with all the shit that was going on and everything. So, it was just like, he said the real, you know, he said the real shit to me. And I was like, yeah, it's going on the album.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Nah, that was like some real shit right there. That was a good like thing to end off on.
Yeah.
You know, with that project.
I wasn't even going on the album either. Like
for real.
Oh God, we dropped a single with my boy Mellow Meezy. It was called Never Look Back. We dropped that single. That was supposed to go on the album, but we had some difficulties uploading it and everything like that. So.
Always some shit. Yes. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, so he was like, all right, we're going to throw this skit on there, and we just, like, had a whole vision for it, like, making the tape, like, sound like you could start it from the last track instead of the first track, you know? So, like, if anybody ever listened to the album, like, try starting it from the last track, and you see how it flow, like.
So, like doing it backwards or starting it from the last track? Like 7 to 6?
7 to, like, you could do, like, 7. You start it from 7 and just go into 1 if you want to, or you go 7 to 6, because either way it goes, it's on match up for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. When I listened to the album for the first time, I was like, I listened to it, I didn't even think the album finished. Yeah. I was like, shit, we on Win or Lose again? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It was a good transition. Like, I feel like every song had like a really good transition to it.
Thank you. That was our biggest thing for this album, like making sure like transitions is right, make sure it all sounds like one literal story. Because like I was telling my team, like my big thing is making sure that people take it in like it's a movie, like as if they could vision everything I'm saying. That was the biggest thing for this album. That
was real. No, for real. Me listening to that album, and that was like the first shit I listened to from, that came from you. You feel me? So I was like,
for sure.
This shit is some good shit. I was telling you that before this shit. I was like, bro, whoever mixed and mastered, that shit sounded real shit. I was like, okay. And the lyrics were dope. I knew the lyrics were gonna be dope, I already had a feeling. And then like the vibe was dope, Every song I feel like I could ride to, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you.
Just riding down the street, smoking, doing
sure.
whatever,
For sure.
That was like the vibe I was getting from that album. It was a really dope album, bro.
Thank
like
you,
that
man.
shit was really dope. I listened to that shit, I told you I listened to that shit like 7 times today. It wasn't even like, I got the podcast now, I'm listening to it. Like, no, I woke up this morning, I was like, this shit really solid. I just started playing the shit.
That's it. That's the type of feel we was trying to give, like, cause when you make records, it's like you gotta. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, for me personally, it's like, damn, you want every record to be a hit, but it's like, who is it a hit for? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it a hit for like the people that's listening to One Take J? Is it a hit for people that's listening to Drake? Is it a hit for like the boom bap heads? Like, who is it for? Type shit. So like. At first, I used to think like that, but now it's like, it's just to the point where it's like, if I think it's a hit, it's a hit. You feel me? Like, and I try not to record too many records that I think could be scrapped away or anything. Like, I used to, like, I'm just going to record everything. I'm going to record 2 tracks a day or 1 track a day. Like, what's the point? You wasting fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, recording 100 fucking tracks that you're not going to use. You feel me?
Yeah, facts. Quality over quantity, bro.
Exactly.
You really take your time with that beat. You feel me?
For sure.
You hear that shit? Like, I could do something with this.
Yeah.
Just keep experimenting. You feel me?
Exactly, for sure, bro.
Definitely a long process. What was on this album? What was the longest song that you had to work on, like experimenting and all that shit? Like, I want this shit to be perfect. Obviously, every song, but what was the one that took just the longest?
The longest, probably be surprised. Minute on the album. That's like the fifth track. The fifth track on the album.
That song's dope.
Yeah, that took the longest time to write. I think it was because that's the only song that was sent to me, like on the album. Like me and the producer chopped it up. Shout out my boy FNR Beats. We chopped it up and like he sent it to me, and I was writing with every other producer. We was actually in the studio together. Like,
oh shit,
and we wasn't planning on writing shit or anything. It was just like I said, niggas was just playing beats and shit. And like, if I heard it, I liked it. All right, let me get that type shit. And we just like knocked it out right then and there type shit.
Listening to your song Minute, now that you brought it up, I remember when I first listened to it, I was like, bruh, a minute is a lot. You feel me?
Man.
Like, sometimes you wish, like, damn, I wish I kind of had that minute back,
Yeah.
You had class at, 4:30, it's 4:29. Like, shit, I wish I had another minute. You feel me? So, you saying all that stuff in that trial, I was like, damn, like, I wish I had some minutes back. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
You probably listen to some trash songs, like, from other rappers, and you like, damn, I wish I had them 3 minutes back.
For real. You a cold nigga, but yeah. That's facts though.
Yeah,
that's facts though.
I'm not gonna say who those people are, you feel me? But they're out there. Okay.
Yeah,
There's some minutes you need back.
Yeah.
Take a whole semester, you feel me? What was some like I wanna say adversities, but also I need some positives too. Positives from the album and some adversities you had to face through the album.
Positives was just a genuine energy, man. Genuine energy from everybody, like, because like with all this COVID and everything going on, it was just like a lot of shit going on, like even like money issues, all that stuff like played a part, like while creating the album. So it's like just to have everybody full participation in it and genuine energy in it, like type shit, like it was just dope. Like that was like the positive for it. The negative, the con type shit was just like getting tracks in like in a timely manner, like just getting the stems and shit ready to get mixed and mastered type shit. That was the only con within making the album type shit.
Damn. Okay. We nearing the end of this podcast.
Yes, sir.
So I always have this segment. We're gonna start it off little right here. So these are the hot questions. You feel me? These are the questions I'm just gonna throw at you. You just gotta answer them. You feel me? You think you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. This is always a question I ask to all my peoples. If you had the opportunity to sit down with 5 people, dead or alive, be like a dinner, little get together that we having right now, who would it be?
Bob Marley, Snoop, fucking Kendrick, David Ruffin, and motherfucking George Washington.
George Washington, okay.
Yeah, because that nigga was a fuck up. So, I gotta know why he was so fucked up. How you gonna free people and have slaves, So I gotta talk to that man. You did.
No, it's funny as fuck. Like, listen, talking to my dad.
And that nigga on a dollar bill. Like,
Yeah,
I spent dollars. Like, nigga suck.
My pops was like, oh, I want to meet George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Lewis and Clark. You feel? I forgot who the other person was, but I was like, why all these white people, bro?
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like,
All them niggas suck. That's why.
I was like, bro,
Your dad is a good man.
Okay, another hot question. Greatest musician of all time?
Fuck. Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix? Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
You grew up on that Jimmy?
I ain't grow up on it, but I for sure knew about it.
Okay, cool.
Like, and when I started smoking weed, I used to listen to him a lot.
Yeah.
Shit.
Was it Jimi Hendrix that would have like the acid in his
That nigga sick.
Yeah,
I would never do that shit. Rest in peace.
Yeah, that motherfucker was sweating acid. That's crazy.
For sure.
Who's the greatest LA rapper of all time?
Shit, Kendrick Lamar. That's the greatest LA rapper.
You good with me, bruh. Hey, Kendrick is the GOAT, bruh.
For sure.
And a person that is an avid hip hop listener, that is the GOAT in my eyes. You feel me?
Yeah. Hold on, my bad. Are you asking who is the?
Oh no.
Okay,
I'm saying that's me saying it.
I'm just making sure.
No, that is the GOAT.
Yeah, for sure.
Now this might be a deep question for you. Other people is like, I don't know, but as an artist, musician, this might be difficult for you. If you made an album, tomorrow, whatever, and your people's like, you can only afford 3 features, who would those 3 features be? And would they be on the same track, different tracks? What would it look like?
And they're all alive, right?
Yeah, all live.
All right. Kendrick Lamar, for sure. Let me see. Kendrick Lamar, West Side Boogie. Shit. And probably Hove, Jay-Z, probably. Yeah.
You think they'd be on the same track or just different tracks?
Hell no, they probably gotta be on a different track because I need to make money. So, if I have them all on the same track, I only get to make money off of one track. So I have them all on separate tracks.
That's that business admin in you, by the way.
That's that good business admin college degree type of dig.
Facts. Okay. What is one thing you want to pass down to your children?
Shit, wealth. I'm just fucking with you. Black history for sure. Black history, just to know yourself, know who you are, know where you come from, type thing. That's the main thing I want to pass down to my kids.
Man, that was real. Norman, you over here, he said, God, that was real too. I was like, sheesh.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers been saying some real shit, when they say pass down shit to their children.
Yeah, for sure.
But wealth is also included.
Yeah, generational wealth is always, always a plus.
But yeah, that's real. Next hot question. What's next? What's next in your repertoire? What are you doing next?
We got dumb projects coming out. Dumb projects with a lot of collab projects with different producers and everything like that. Few more interviews, Handouts Deluxe. We working on that type shit. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You got any teasers? Anything that you could give out to the fans?
Fuck no.
Yes, sir. Okay, this is not the last question, but it's like, this is when you're near the end. Rate this podcast 1 to 10.
I rated it 10 for sure, nigga. Good vibes.
Hey, good vibes. That's what I love to hear. Hey, we finished with this episode, but I always want to have my guest always say their little, 50 cent, 100 cent, whatever cent, anything you say. This is your platform to say whatever you need to say. Go.
Oh, yeah. Make today your bitch. Always. Make every day your bitch. And continue to make it your bitch until you die. Dead homies.
Hey, that was real. Oh, sheesh. That was it. Hey, good episode. Bredisode 6 was already done. You feel me? Hey, keep listening, bruh.
Yeah.
Peace.